The next question we have from Sarah is, how do I remember the passwords for all my different online accounts? So this is a very important question. Let me answer it by talking about what I've done in the past, the clever things I tried to do, and then a little bit about exactly what I do now. For many years, I thought that I was pretty smart in that I had narrowed down my world to maybe 3 different passwords, and it was relatively easy to go through a sequence of trying each one of those 3 every time I went to a site that I had an account with, and one of the 3 would probably work. That's a terrible idea. Don't do it that way. Security with your passwords really matters, and not having using the same password a lot of different places is a terrible idea. Another approach that I used over the years was when browsers started to remember passwords for you, and I thought that was a wonderful solution, and used Google a lot because Google Chrome did that really well, and it remembered everything, and that helps you get by, and at least you can have different passwords in each one. Ultimately, that's a troublesome solution because they're not necessarily backed up, and if you lose parts of Google Chrome, it can go away, and it's just not secure. I've also at various times tried to keep all of my passwords in a spreadsheet somewhere, and keep track of all of the different ones that way. That's pretty slow and cumbersome, and depending on how and where you keep the spreadsheet can lead to other kinds of problems. I've tried a bunch of different programs that are password managers, password manager software. This is a category that seems to be growing and changing as the importance of security continues to grow and change. I've used a bunch of different ones, and about the 4th one that I used, and the one that I currently use, is called Dashlane, and I really like this solution so far. It has taken me a fair amount of time to get it set up the way I want it, but has some great benefits in terms of backing up different things to the cloud. It also will generate passwords for me, passwords that are really hard for anyone else to duplicate, very strong passwords. It's a cloud application, so it doesn't matter what computer I'm at, I can get the benefit of the passwords, and it also has companion apps for phones. So in my case, I have it on my laptop and I have it on my iPhone, and I'm able to store passwords for an account, for my Gmail account, for instance, in one place, and access it from both of those. So I strongly recommend Dashlane, or try any of the other password managers you find. What I did was I used Dashlane. I believe has a 30-day free trial. Well, actually, it's free all the way through, depending on how you use it. And I used it for 30 days, I know, and got comfortable with it, and decided to stick with it for the long haul. It works really well for me. The other important thing that you should be aware of in the whole password security area is the idea of two-factor authentication, which is called a whole bunch of different things. But basically the idea is that in order to let you into any website or any application, you need more than just the password. In most cases, you put in your password, and then it's going to ask you for some kind of a code. The 2 most popular ways right now to do that is if you set up the two-factor authentication, it'll send you a code on your phone as a text, That's the first way. The second way is there are applications on your phone that can integrate with various things and create that code randomly on your phone as you need it. You just copy a 6-digit code, say, from your phone when you're logging in. I use this with a lot of different things and try to put it on everything I can now because it really does increase your security. There are other ways with some pen kinds of devices that do biometrics, whether fingerprints or facial recognition. There are all kinds of things, and it's an area that's going to probably change rapidly. The most important thing is that you need some way to protect yourself, because security with passwords, even if it's something as simple as email, is hugely critical. I won't go into all of the reasons why right now, but ask me sometime and I'll be glad to tell you some of the horror stories of people losing data and money because they have not secured their assets on the internet.